physics out of Tacoma, Washington, Jon moved down to Fort Collins to pursue a master's degree in laser optics. Pretty daunting task. Well, after one insanely long thesis, So, after one insanely long thesis, countless hours of studying, making sacrifices, and getting grilled by a board of doctors last night, Jon got that master's degree. So I'd like to give it up for Jon.
Yeah, Jon! All right!
So that alone is impressive. What's more impressive is Jon's passion for riding bikes, namely trials. When Jon first moved out here, I had never heard of him. Since we both had a strong passion for biking, it wasn't long before we met up. We were riding almost every day.
Oh, wait.
Oh, well, you listen up. So I'll never forget in July of 2009 when Jon pushed me to help out and compete in an event called the T-Town Throwdown in Tacoma, Washington. It wasn't until one day before the actual competition that I came to the realization that Jon was the sole person in charge of the entire event. That's just the kind of humble guy he is. That or I'm just really slow, I don't know. Now, after single-handedly starting the event 5 years ago, it has become a national worlds qualifier where it attracts elite-level riders from all over North America, and it's all because of Jon. Upon arriving to Fort Collins nearly 2.5 years ago, he urged me that we needed to do our part in the trials community and host an event. I never thought to do such a thing, but Jon showed me just how feasible it was. Thus, the first annual Moon Rocks event was born September 26th of 2009.
Yeah!
Almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago tonight. I don't know what that is. It's a good bike event. So the Moon Rocks event has gained notoriety from riders all over the Mountain States region and even other states. I plan on keeping the Moon Rocks spirit alive by hosting the 3rd annual Moon Rocks event this spring, even though Jon will be halfway around the world.
Yeah! Yeah, Moon Rocks!
These things that you're hearing are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what Jon has accomplished. Honorable mentions include full scholarships through school, biking scholarships, numerous first-place finishes in the highest level of competition, producing amazing trials movies, along with hosting other trials events that I haven't even mentioned. When Jon moved out, I was working 50 hours a week and taking a few courses. I just worked. Jon's passion for riding and competition rubbed off on me, and together we have traveled to over a dozen competitions all over the country. Let's take a stroll down memory lane, shall we? Yeah. How about?
Yeah.
So,
good lane. No traffic.
So how about dressing up as the Three Amigos for Tour de Fat?
Yeah!
Or how about driving through the majestic mountains of British Columbia to attend a weekend-long mountain bike event in Whistler? Or the time we spent all day building a trial setup in my front yard, only to have it taken down by the landlord a couple weeks later because it looked like trash? What about eating beans out of a can while flipping flat meat on a grill with a pedal wrench at Joshua Tree National Park? Or maybe riding bikes under the full moon in Crested Butte during a festival while it's laughing so hard I could barely breathe. I firmly believe that if you, Jon, had not moved out, I wouldn't have attended half of these events. It was you that gave me the extra push to take the time off and spend a little bit of money on that plane ticket. You ultimately made me realize that there's more to life than working constantly. You have to be proactive and enjoy life and pursue happiness. And most of all, thank you for coaxing me into having some of the best times of my life. I thank you for that.
Love you, Jon.
Love you.
Jon, I'm grateful for the time you have spent here in Fort Collins, and you will be missed. I don't know how exactly to end this speech, so I found a quote that I liked. It's by Robert Southey, who I've never heard of. But I like the quote. No distance of place or lapse of time can lessen the friendship of those who are thoroughly persuaded of each other's worth. Ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesday this man departs on a 3-year tour of Australia where he will attain his PhD in something so complicated I can't even describe it. John, I'm serious. Like, what's your degree?
Women?
Doesn't matter.
Wait, no, just what's your
Laser
degree?
optics is good. That's good.
In quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanics.
With like a physics.
Hell yes.
That's a PhD. So, anyways, let's cheer to this ambitious bastard and let's have a festive rest of the night.
Cheers, John! All right!